Okay, let's review the parts that we talked about it together until the others, including Janet, come. So, if you remember, we said that the largest part of the brain here is called cerebrum, right? You have a sulcus here, which is called
Central sulcus.
central sulcus. Central sulcus separates what from what? What?
Frontal
From parietal. There is another sulcus here. Shana, what's the name of it?
Why do you have to ask me that?
Because you were so ready. You were shouting.
I'm only so ready sometimes. That's why I say it so loud.
So this is the lateral sulcus, right? Lateral sulcus separates what from what? From the frontal. And then you have a fissure here. What's the name of the fissure? Longitudinal fissure. It divides the cerebrum into right and left hemispheres. Then we said that the folds that you have here are called gyri. The shallow grooves are called sulci. The deep groove is called fissure. You are ready. Then the lobes. What is this lobe here? Frontal. Temporal. Let's see what else. The ventricles. What are ventricles, guys? Cavities. What kinds of ventricles you have in the brain? This ventricle that we have here is called lateral ventricle. The ventricle here, just inferior to thalamus here, is called third ventricle. Where is fourth ventricle?
In the brainstem.
It's between the cerebellum and the brainstem here. Between the third ventricle and fourth ventricle here, you have the dots. What's the name of the dot? Cerebral aqueduct. And inside the ventricle, you have the network of the capillaries. Blue and red here, which is called choroid plexus. What's the function of choroid plexus? Produces CSF. All right. Then this part of the brain in general is called what? Diencephalon. Diencephalon consists of what and what and what?
Thalamus, hypothalamus,
and epithalamus. So the round structure here in the center is what?
Thalamus.
What is the yellowish thing you have here?
Intermediate mass.
What is intermediate mass?
It connects
two parts of the thalamus together, right? And then inferior to the thalamus, this area here is called hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is connected to this gland here. What's the name of this gland?
Pituitary
gland. There's the stuff which connects the pituitary gland to the hypothalamus is called infundibulum. Now, Darren, this is the pineal gland. Pineal gland, Darren is right. Pineal gland, don't laugh at my friend. Pineal gland is the small gland that you have here inside the diencephalon. It's located at the posterior part of the diencephalon. So let's see what's the mammillary bodies. What are mammillary bodies? Nuclei of what? Of hypothalamus, right? Look at this round, small structure here. Can you see? Here it says number 48 on it. It's a small cell here. This is mammillary body. This is mammillary body. All right. Let's see. Then the brainstem. You have the brainstem, huh? The brainstem consists of what and
midbrain,
what and
pons,
what?
and medulla oblongata.
Midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. This is your midbrain from here to here. This is your pons, and this is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata continues with what? Spinal cord, right? Inside the midbrain, you have which structure? This structure here is called cerebral peduncles. So these are cerebral peduncles here. On the other side of the midbrain, here you have corpora quadrigeminal. Corpora quadrigeminal consists of what and what? The superior one is called superior caliculi. The inferior one is called inferior caliculi. Then you have the pons. So this is your pons, and this is your medulla oblongata. That's all you need to know about the brainstem on the model. Also, there are some cranial nerves here. Actually, there are 12 pairs of the cranial nerves, but because I'm so kind, you are not responsible for the 12. I'm not. I'm joking. 12 pairs of the cranial nerves, but you are responsible for actually 2 of them. The first one are the olfactory nerves here. So you will see that when we talk about the nerves. Janet, I will repeat all of them for you again. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody was there. Oh, good. So these nerves, these cranial nerves here, guys, are called olfactory nerves. Olfactory nerves are cranial nerves number 1. You will see them when we talk about the cranial nerves. Olfactory nerves on the top part of them have the bulge area here, which is called olfactory bulb. So here you have olfactory bulb, and these two are olfactory nerves. These two nerves here are called optic nerves. Optic nerves are cranial nerves number 2. You will see that the optic nerves come from two eyes. When they come out from the orbit, they cross each other. Where they cross each other is called optic chiasma. And after the optic chiasma, here you have the optic tract. So these two are optic nerves. When they make it cross here, they are called optic chiasma. And these two, after optic chiasma, are called optic tracts. Make sense? So these are the things that you have in the optic nerve, but here you are just responsible for optic nerve and optic chiasma. So this is your optic nerve, and this is optic chiasma when they cross. That's two parts that you're responsible. This is optic tract, but I won't ask you about it because it's not in the this is optic tract. But I won't ask you about it. All right. Okay. So these are the things that you have to know in the brain model, right? But we have another handout here for the sheep brain dissection. So again, here it tells you that which parts you are responsible for in the whole sheep brain and in the dissected sheep brain. So it means that in the test, guys, you will have the sheep brains like this, and I'm going, Jalila, to put the pins with numbers on the different parts and ask you about the name of it. So make sure, and in the test you cannot move it because you need the gloves to touch it. So in the test you are not going to move it. You have to distinguish that what is this part, what is this part, just by looking at it. So make sure that tonight you will learn it because this is the last chance that you have to learn about the sheep brain dissection. Okay, let's do it. In your lab manual, guys, you have the full instruction to help you know how to dissect the sheep brain. Make sure that you follow the instruction and then do the dissection, and make sure that you can find all of these structures on the whole brain and on the dissected one. So this is your whole brain, right? So you can say that this is the anterior part of it and this is the posterior part of it. So here you need to know where are right and left cerebral hemisphere. So the fissure that you have in between is what? Longitudinal fissure. So here you have right and left cerebral hemisphere. The cerebral cortex is where? What you have on the surface of the cerebrum, the gray matter of the cerebrum, we call it cerebral cortex. What are gyri? Can you see gyri here?
Yeah, folds.
The folds. What are sulci? Even you can see the central sulcus. Look, this is the central sulcus, which separates the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe, right? Then this is the frontal lobe, this is the parietal lobe, these are temporal lobe, and this is the occipital lobe.
The stuff that is protruded out from
Huh? Okay. So frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Longitudinal fissure is here. This is the, sometimes you can see the lateral sulcus. It's this is around here, look. This is your lateral sulcus, actually, which separates the temporal lobe from the frontal lobe. And what else? Let me see. Central sulcus. This is your central sulcus. Look, very easily you can see between the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe here. This is central sulcus. Cerebellar hemispheres. Where is cerebellum? This is your cerebellum, right? So here you have two cerebellar hemispheres. Can you see them? They are connected by this worm-shaped structure here. This is called vermis. So make sure that you can see the cerebellar in the middle. Make sure that you can see the cerebellar hemispheres here, and this is the vermis. Then, look at the olfactory bulb here. So this is your olfactory nerve, huh? Can you see the bulge area here? This is called olfactory bulb. And this is olfactory. Are you okay? And these are the olfactory nerves. Let me see. These two are optic nerves. Look. These are optic nerves. This is optic chiasma, where they cross. And these two are optic tracts. These two are optic nerves. This is optic chiasma. And these are optic tracts. Okay. Here, guys, we have the cerebral peduncles. These two parts are parts of the midbrain that we call the cerebral peduncles. This is pons, which is bulge area here, and this is medulla oblongata.
Where's the peduncle?
Here, on both sides. These are the peduncles. If you are interested, this is inferior.